On Dave here with Affordable Door and Gate. I hope you're having a great day. So I got one here for the community. So if you're listening, kind of doing like the podcast style, well, I need you to read and stop for a second and pause the video and read the email. I'm not going to go all through it. We're going to call him Mr. A. Like I said, I don't like giving people's information away unless I got their super blessings and they're like, please advertise me. So we got a 22-year-old here from Florida, right? He's done business before. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Like I said, he's tried to apply for a couple local garage door businesses. It sounds like he hasn't had any success. So he's kind of thinking about venturing out on his own. Now, he doesn't have a ton of money, right, to start out with all the tools, right? Maybe the trim nailer and all that good stuff. So if I can ask amongst the community, please, this is one of those videos that if you put stuff in the comments of some basic tools that you think you need for residential, not commercial, residential only, starting out, because I'm going to go through a few of them, but I'm not going to cover them all. And put in there some things that you think would be some real basic stuff that you got to have for the residential stuff to kind of get started. So, like I said, take a minute, read through the whole email that I got posted here for you, and let's get started. I just want to kind of mention, I think with some of these garage door places, and this is just my opinion. I don't know all the details, and I don't know your situation either. Here's the thing, right? I believe you can get pretty far, but you got to try like hell, baby. Sometimes you got to jump over the bridges. You got to do what you got to do to get in front of people, right? If you got to go up there and knock on the door, because like nowadays, right, kind of like applying, unless they're kind of really desperate, you're going to kind of skim through it. It's one of those things too. If you don't really have experience, you're kind of like, you know what I mean? Unless they can see you, right? It's always one of those things where if you can walk in during business hours and you're going to get the possibly, it could be a male or it could be a female, but you're going to get the secretary or the owner or an employee that works there. You're going to get their attention, right? Because you walk in, right? Walk in with some boots, right? Walk in with some pants, that don't have holes in them, that are clean, right? Have your shirt tucked in. Maybe a button-up shirt of some sort a little bit, you know what I mean? Nothing too over the top, right? Have a watch on, maybe a ring or so that if you're married or whatever, you're engaged and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just nowadays, there's so many people that just don't, the society's trying to teach everybody to, I think, we can't define what a woman is, but we're trying to make everybody a woman, you know what I mean? So walk in there, be a man, have a good handshake, and just say, hey, I'm looking possibly for a job. I just wanted to at least touch base on that. So, and if it's one, like I said, if that one don't work, if you move on to another one, I guarantee there's somebody out there. I talked to a lot of you, and there's a lot of good garage door people out there. And I tell you what, like I said, we had good people coming in. Hey, you know what? We'll find something for you. And if they can work for the right price or cheaper or want to learn, hey, the door is open. You know what I mean? Come on in. Let's help you out here. Just something to think about. So here's some things too to think about, right? I'm the type of man that I don't let nothing stop me, right? I look at stuff and I go, there's a solution, there's a way. We just gotta get through it. So, maybe it's something to have a little checklist with you when you come in there, right? Maybe it's something you ask them, say, do you guys ever do any after hours? Do you guys ever do any weekends, right? Because right here, like in this picture, right? Garage door companies are always looking for kind of what I call the grunt workers, right? We always need helpers, right? There's kind of the seasoned vet, but we need somebody else to hold up the other side of the section, right? I do it all the time. I turn into a grunt. Cap needs me all the time. I'll come in. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to hold? What do you want me to dig? Even if you do whatever you got to do. Tell them, say, look, I'll do it for $5 an hour. I'll do it for nothing. I will sign a contract to possibly, do a contract that if something happens to me, I'm not going to sue you. I'm not going to go after you. You don't have to worry about me. I'm just here to learn, right? That's going to take you so much farther, right? I don't know what it is. Some guys, I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me on this, but I'm telling you, college isn't free, right? I mean, it says here, I think you're in the medical, right? I'm just assuming that you possibly had to go to school. Possibly. Maybe not, right? But the bottom line is college isn't free. So you're being taught something, right? You're being trained and you're learning from it, people that have experience. to me, that's a gift in itself. You know what I mean? So if I can do it after my normal job and start learning from these people, right? Because everybody, I tell you what, just like in this community here, these guys have such great stuff, such great wisdom. It's amazing. So obviously, kind of with the residential one, the rabbit hole can go kind of deep on tools. But my first one is that I'm going to put in there is obviously winding bars. You can get winding bars at Menards if you have Menards. I don't know about Lowe's or Home Depot, but you can also order them on Amazon. So, winding bars is probably one of the bigger ones. Basically, if you can start getting the hand tools, right? You need some 7/16 wrenches. You need some sockets. If you can get yourself like an AutoZone or something, or an advanced auto socket set of some sort, you can probably get away with some of that stuff. You're going to learn as you go. But that's also why I try to tell some of you guys. So here's what I've been thinking. I've been thinking about realistically, right? Go get yourself an opener. And I know it's money, right? And hopefully maybe it's an opener that you can use for your house, or you can use for grandma's, or you can use for your mom's or dad or whoever. Go buy an opener, right? I would stick with a Chamberlain or Genie. That's just me. I wouldn't deal with the other brands. They seem to be problematic. Go buy an opener, a 7-foot opener, and assemble it, right? Assemble it in your own space, shed, garage, out in the woods. I don't care. But just go assemble that thing, and you're going to see the tools you kind of need to put it together. Get that thing powered up, run it with the photo eyes, get stuff kind of set up a little bit. Just put it on some sawhorses or on some ladders. It doesn't really matter. Get familiar with it. And then what I would do is I'd possibly post that thing online, right? Put it online and see, only put $20 on top of it if you want. You know what I mean? It's $200. It's $220 installed for an opener. Put on their little description, say, I'm starting, this is a side business, this is a gig, this is whatever you want to call it. I'm starting to get into it. I would love to service your garage door and possibly do a free preventative maintenance on it, spray it with some oil down too. And I think our biggest problem I'm seeing, this is just me, and I'd love to hear anybody else's opinion. And I'd love to get you guys' emails too if you email me on this stuff, because I love this and I know I'm not capturing it all. So don't be afraid to send me another email saying, well, I've got a little more question on this. But here's the thing. The world is missing leaders. The world is missing men with cojones. You know what I'm saying? And we need more salespeople. We need more people that go out there and are willing to take a risk. You got to get thick skin. You got to, that's how you get the girl. You know what I mean? You got to just not be afraid to take chances, to just get out there. You know what I mean? Put something on the internet. Do it on the marketplace. Do it on Nextdoor. I guarantee you, you're not going to get your head bit off. You got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Go do it. Like I said, be smart. Use common sense. No vehicles in the garage while you're working on stuff. They got to pull it out. The situation don't feel right, bail. If something just seems funny, like they're acting really funny, you don't feel comfortable, say, look, I don't think I'm a good fit. You know what I mean? Walk away, right? But like I said, every time, I still to this day, every job I go to, I learn a little more, and a little more. And like I've said, got over 18 years plus in the business, and I'm still learning. And I still could tell you I don't feel like I'm the super expert in it, right? But I can get myself out of a lot of wet paper bags and even some dry ones. So it's impressive. So do what you got to do, but get yourself some hand tools, some screwdrivers and stuff like that. Put an opener. Just do something real small. Even if you want to scale it back even more, say, look, I'm offering a free preventative maintenance and inspection on your garage door, right? So maybe go out there, you spray a little oil on it, right? And then if you feel like you're comfortable doing something with it, you say, hey, look, it needs some rollers, or it needs this, or would you ever like an opener on this thing? Or your opener obviously isn't working. Would you like to replace that? Well, guess what? I'm offering a service. Like I said, don't be afraid. I think there's so many people out there that are afraid to do stuff for free. But understand, you can go spend, $1,500 plus with some of these things that are going to make you certified, and you're better off sticking with Uncle Dave or Papa Tony, let's say. You know what I mean? Because we're going to teach you, we're going to help you out basically. So something to think about. So I just like to say, Mr. A, thank you for the email. I hope I'm not too harsh. I hope I helped a little bit. But I really want you guys to succeed, and doing business it's always that saying, right? It's good to be king, but the crown is heavy. And that's very true. I think that statement, it holds up very well. So do realize, that in business, it is really tough. There is a lot of blessings in it, but and do understand that the economy, like I said, of September of 2024 right now, the economy is not doing so good. We're an election year. People don't know which way they're going to go. The big dogs or stuff's all trickling down. So keep that in consideration. Like I said, if they push another big stimulus, things will probably do good for a little while. Inflation will ramp up. Things will get more expensive and people will feel rich again and they'll start spending money like crazy and things will go goofy and who knows in which way. Normally not always the best, but it's that hit of a dopamine, right? So, but otherwise the big thing is just get out there and start doing something. Don't expect to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect vehicle. I had a guy that fixed my wash machine, right, through Best Buy that came in a Buick Park Avenue, an older one, pretty rusty, pretty beat up. He was the repair guy. He kind of did his job. He had a little flaws with him. But like I said, I didn't care. I just wanted my wash machine fixed, right? It was under warranty. So don't worry about not having the right uniform. Look clean, right? That's the big thing. Look clean, look organized a little bit, do your best. If you run into a situation and if you got a girlfriend or a wife or a friend or parent or something that can run you something and say, hey, I'm going to do this on a Saturday. Would you mind running me something if I run into a problem? Because I do it all the time. There's things that just get forgotten, or do it close to home. That's always the best. That's the key. Stay local. Stay very close. The closer you can stay, the more money you can make in your pocket, the less time you have on the road, the more even if you're doing it for free though, your time is something, right? You can go back home and cut the grass. So stay close and take your time. Have a whole day to do it. Maybe it should only take you think maybe 2 hours. It's probably more likely it's going to take you 4 or 6. So just plan the whole day to be open so you don't have to be in a rush and enjoy the experience. Enjoy the time being there and learning and doing something, right? Even if it's openers, spraying doors down, whatever you got to do. The big thing is get out there and just do it. Like I said, you can say, you know what? I don't do it for any money. I do it for donations, right? You'd be surprised at how many people will throw you 20, 60, $200, right? Or they'll give you a gift card or something like that. People normally do a pretty decent job on that kind of stuff. But just get out there so you get an experience, you're learning, and I think you'll do pretty good. So anyways, thank you guys, and please, guys and girls of the community, please comment below what you think is kind of a necessary thing. Just put a comment, even if it's one thing, 2 or 3 or 4, or however many you want, or anything on the video would be great. Comment though. Let's help this person out. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you wouldn't mind, become a subscriber, hit the like button on your way out, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, keep your fingers. See ya.